If you overthink at night, you've probably been told to just turn your brain off, as if it were that simple. But what if this habit you quietly struggle with isn't a flaw at all? What if it's actually a sign of something rare and powerful about how your mind works? Nighttime overthinking is often misunderstood. It's labeled as anxiety, weakness, or lack of control. But psychology suggests something very different. When the world goes quiet and distractions fade, certain minds don't shut down, they go deeper, and that depth comes with unique strengths most people never develop. If you overthink at night, here are 4 unique traits you likely have and why they matter. First, you have an unusually deep level of self-awareness. Psychology shows that people who overthink tend to have stronger metacognition, meaning they think about their own thoughts more than average. At night, when there's no noise to drown things out, your mind naturally turns inward. You replay conversations, question decisions, and reflect on who you are and where you're going. This can feel exhausting, but it's also how insight is formed. Many people move through life on autopilot, rarely examining their inner world. You don't. You notice patterns in your behavior. You sense when something feels off. You reflect on how your words affect others. For example, while someone else falls asleep instantly, you might be lying awake thinking, "Why did that comment bother me so much?" That question alone is self-awareness in action. Over time, this trait helps you grow emotionally, make better decisions, and understand yourself at a level most people never reach. The challenge isn't your awareness, it's learning when to pause it, but the depth itself is a strength. Second, you are highly empathetic and emotionally perceptive. Research indicates that overthinkers often score higher in empathy. Your brain doesn't just process events, it processes emotions, both yours and other people's. At night, you might replay someone's tone of voice, a facial expression, or a moment where someone seemed distant. You're not doing this to torture yourself. You're doing it because you care. Your mind is trying to understand emotional meaning. That's why you notice subtle shifts others miss. You might think about whether you hurt someone without realizing it, or wonder what someone is going through beneath the surface. While this can turn into self-blame if unchecked, at its core, it's emotional intelligence. This trait makes you a good listener, a thoughtful friend, and someone people feel safe opening up to, even if they can't explain why. You sense what's unspoken, and that's rare. At night, when emotions finally have space to surface, your empathy comes fully online. The key is remembering that understanding others doesn't mean carrying their feelings alone. Third, you have a future-oriented, problem-solving mind. Psychology shows that nighttime rumination is often linked to high cognitive engagement. In simple terms, your brain is wired to anticipate, plan, and prepare. When the day ends, your mind reviews what happened and projects what could happen next. This is why your thoughts often sound like, "What if this goes wrong?" or "How can I do better next time?" While this can feel like worry, it's the same mental process behind strategic thinking. Many innovators, writers, and deep thinkers report that their best ideas come late at night. That's because the brain enters a reflective mode, connecting dots without interruption. For example, you might suddenly realize a better way to handle a conversation tomorrow, or understand why a situation unfolded the way it did. Your mind is rehearsing solutions. The problem isn't that you think ahead, it's that your brain doesn't know when the problem is good enough to rest. With balance, this trait becomes foresight, creativity, and wisdom. Fourth, you have a strong internal world and rich imagination. Research suggests that people who overthink often have higher mental imagery and narrative thinking. Your mind doesn't just think in facts, it thinks in stories, possibilities, and meaning. At night, this internal world becomes louder. Memories replay vividly, imagined conversations unfold, future scenarios feel almost real. While this can keep you awake, it's also the same ability that fuels creativity and emotional depth. You may find that you're drawn to music, writing, or deep conversations.
You feel things intensely because your inner world is detailed and alive. You don't just experience life, you interpret it. This richness means you're capable of deep connection, profound insight, and original thought. Many people never access this depth because their minds stay surface level. Your task isn't to shut this world down, it's to guide it gently so it doesn't overwhelm you. Here's the truth most people won't tell you. The same mind that overthinks at night is the mind that understands deeply, cares deeply, and sees what others overlook. You're not broken, you're not weak. Your brain is doing what it was designed to do: process, reflect, and protect you. The goal isn't to silence your thoughts, but to build a kinder relationship with them. If this resonates with you, take a moment tonight to acknowledge your mind instead of fighting it. You might say, "Thank you for trying to help. We can rest now." And if you want more insights that help you understand your personality, your mind, and your hidden strengths, subscribe to the channel. You're not alone in this, and there's nothing wrong with the way you think.